And in Europe, Italy's billion-dollar plan to process asylum seekers in Albania has turned into a fiasco with empty facility, stranded police officers and mounting public outrage. The scheme has fallen apart amid skyrocketing cost. Migrants spent mere hours in Albania before being sent back to Italy due to a court ruling, leaving five-star hotels and detention centers occupied by stray dogs. Critics have slammed the project as a waste of taxpayer money. In the question now, will Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni's credibility take a hit? Our next report brings you more on the unfolding controversy.
Back in June, when Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni visited the construction site of the Italian-run migrant center in Shinin, Albania, she promised that the asylum plan will be so successful that eventually it could become a part of the structural solution of the European Union. The jurisdiction of these centers will be Italian. The staff that will operate inside will be Italian. Public order inside the centers will be ensured by the Italian police, while the Albanian government ensures cooperation with its police forces for security and external surveillance of the facility. Then we will have inaugurated a completely new phase in the management of the migration problem. The agreement could be replicated in many countries. It could become a part of the structural solution of the European Union. However, 3 months after the asylum opened, in October, it has unwinded into a costly embarrassment, sparking outrage and ridicule.
We have a number of key concerns about the Italy-Albania deal. First of all, it risks jeopardizing the universally recognized human right to seek asylum irrespective of which country one arrives from and how one arrives in Europe.
The project, which was once lauded by the European Commission as a solution for handling migrants outside the EU, is now in a limbo with empty facilities, legal huddles, and mounting criticism over its expense.
So we're very concerned to have heard the Commission President Vline this week indicating that lessons should be drawn from this Italy-Albania deal for the EU more broadly. We do not think this or to in any way become a blueprint for other member states offshoring asylum response abilities. She also indicated that this could bring lessons to the so-called return hubs that the EU is looking to develop, which we believe would be an absolute a step in the absolute wrong direction.
Shedding more light on this controversy were undercover Albanian journalists who revealed an unsettling reality.
We came here for work. We are the security for the migrant center, but there are no migrants in the facilities. They have been transferred to Italy. It's just us here. We are paid to act as tourists. Breakfast, dinner and SAA all free. The Italian government pays.
Since the asylum's opening in October, only 24 migrants have reached Albania, and their stays were fleeting. 5 left within 12 hours, while the rest remained for just over 2 days. Italian judges, citing international law, ruled it illegal to hold intercepted migrants in Albania before repatriating them to safe countries like Bangladesh and Egypt, and this decision effectively halted the project. Another detention center in Jeddah has been repurposed as an informal dog shelter. Stray dogs cared for by 15 prison officers stationed there now occupy the facilities.
The prison officers have attended the dogs' needs with love and patience, ensuring them food, water, daily medical care, and, above all, a safe and affectionate environment.
The deal, costing €1 billion or over $140,000, has become a political nightmare for Italy's Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni. Opposition parties have denounced it as a complete failure and a financial disaster.
Don't touch me, how dare you, Prime Minister. Nice stuff that's happening, at least we have that left. Prime Minister, you've been playing the victims for an hour without answering a single question about how this center will work.
We brought Italian and European legislation here. Aren't you an MP from Plus Europa? Didn't you want more Europe?
This tells us what is going to happen if this happens on camera to an imp. You can imagine what will happen to those poor people who will be locked in here.
Meloni remains defined, vowing to make the migrant centers operational, even if it requires her involvement. However, her credibility is under fire. Immigration has been a central issue for her government, which criticized previous administrations for overspending on migration as Italy scrambles to revise the plan public confidence is waning. The Albania deal, intended as a bold solution, now serves as a cautionary tale of political overreach, wasteful spending, and flawed execution. Whether it can be salvaged remains uncertain, but its failures are already etched into Italy's migration policy history. Thanks for watching this video.